So I don't know about you, but celebrating student birthdays in the classroom is always just a little bit tricky. Hey, if you're having any connection issues, just refresh your browser and we'll come right back. Celebrating student birthdays can be a little tricky because it can eat up a lot of time if you let it. And it also can be a little tricky to always remember the kids' birthdays. And one of my problems that I had in the classroom, and I don't know about you, but I had this problem, was that kids' birthdays would come along and take me by surprise. You know, and often they say anyway, little kids come in and they say, today's my birthday, you know, and it's like 9 months away. So sometimes they will come in and say that, and I'll be like, oh, let me look for that, you know. And sometimes I'll have I used to have in the very beginning like a birthday chart on the wall, and it was really just decoration. It just sat there and collected dust or whatever. No one ever looked at it. I needed like a better method to kind of incorporate that into my daily routine. And one of the things I started doing that has worked really, really well for me over the years to kind of involve the kids in the whole birthday process is these little gift bags. So this one here is naked right now. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. But these are little tiny gift bags. You can see this is my hand, and here's the gift bag. So it's the size of my hand. And I've stuffed it with tissue paper because tissue paper makes everything pretty and fun. And inside the bags, I have sticks. These are little people sticks. And Tom, you might want to drop a link to these in the comments. I don't know if there's a link to them on the birthday page. I have a birthday page over at Pre-K Pages. And the reason I chose to talk to you about this tonight is because the birthday page at Pre-K Pages is one of the most popular pages. I get the most requests from people asking for ideas and tips, like how do you celebrate kids' birthdays in the classroom? So, that's why I decided to do this broadcast. So I have a page over there. Tom will drop a link to that. And then I have these little people sticks. And the print may appear backwards to you on your screen, but it's not backwards to me. It's because we're using the selfie cam right now. Hey, Marcia. So I have little sticks, and they're little people sticks, okay? And I write the kid's name and the birth date on the stick. And then I have 12 of these little bags. I got these little bags at the craft store. They came in packs of, I want to say 6, and they were a couple of bucks. And I did not find these little tiny bags at the dollar store, but quite often you can find small decorative gift bags at the dollar store in packs of I think 3 or 4. But I got these. They were in packs of 6 at my local craft store. So these are gift bags. I've stuffed colorful tissue paper. You might be able to see them behind me. And then I put the kids' names and their birth dates on the sticks, and I stuck them in the correct bag. So what I have done, let me take one down that has the month on it. Here we go. So each bag has a little month on it. So I showed you one that didn't have a month because I haven't finished putting all of the months up there yet. But what I went ahead and did was then I hung all these on the wall. And now, well, this one doesn't have any birthdays in it, no August birthdays. When we are doing our circle time and it's the beginning of the month, I'll get the bag out that has the sticks in it for that month. So if it was August and it was the beginning of August, I would take the sticks out of here and say, oh, we had 2 birthdays this month. Abigail is going to be 4 on August 20th, and Jose is going to be 4 on, you know, whatever day. And I take those 2 sticks out, and I might mark on a Post-it note or something, some kind of reminder. And so the kids are watching me write, and that's a really important aspect. I'm making a reminder. I'm writing for a purpose. I want to write down their birthdays so that I will remember. That, of course, helps me too, but they're seeing me write for a purpose. And I'll put the Post-it note up in my circle time area. And those kids will refer to that all month. Look, it's Jose's birthday coming soon, and that's Abigail's name. And if you have a calendar, you can mark those dates right on the calendar as well. So there's 12 little bags, and then this little printable right here, there's one for each month, and it goes on the front of the bag. And then I hang the bags over my circle time area. Now, if you think that your kids would get into the bags and tear them apart, I've never had that problem, but you can put them out of their reach because they really are more decorative, and the only person who's going to be taking them down is you. Each month you can invite kids to pull the sticks out. This would be a whole group activity you would do during circle time on the first day of each month. And there's not really a whole lot of sticks in every bag because your birthdays are typically spread out. Well, sometimes it happens where they're lumped together, but you know, and the kids are really sad when I take these bags down, like this one is empty. If I take a bag down and it's the beginning of the month and there's no sticks in it, they go, oh, no birthdays. So they get really sad because birthdays are really important for them. Thanks for dropping that link, Tom. Yes, I know some places you're not allowed to celebrate birthdays, and I understand that. And that's sad because some kids, especially if you work with at-risk populations, they will never get to celebrate a birthday at home. So sometimes I feel like, especially working with my at-risk kids, that this might be the only birthday celebration that they get in my classroom. So I don't do half birthdays in the classroom because it takes up so much time, but we do summer birthdays at the end of the year. So we'll have a day where we celebrate all the birthdays that don't happen during the school year. And so then we'll do something special on that day. So there's 12 bags. And each bag has one of these right here. And I haven't seen if anyone in the comments, if anyone has asked where I got this little printable, but I made one for you. And you can see I was cutting it out. So those two that I just did are missing. But this printable, and I know the words will appear backwards to you, and that's okay because when you print it, they will not be backwards. It's just the function of Facebook that's on the selfie cam. It shows it to you backwards. So tomorrow in my weekly email that I send out to subscribers of Pre-K Pages, you will get a link to this printable. So this is my birthday bags printable, okay? And Tom will drop a link to how you can get this. So if you're already subscribed to Pre-K Pages and you get my weekly emails, then you don't need to worry about getting this. It will come to you tomorrow. And those of you in the teaching tribe, I will put it in the vault for you. And remember that over in the teaching tribe, you have access to all those printables for Pre-K Pages. So I will stick this one in there for you since there isn't really a blog post to go with it. And then my subscribers will get access to it. My email subscribers that aren't members of the teaching tribe, they will get access to this tomorrow. So Tom will drop a link in the comments for you. You can subscribe to those email updates from Pre-K Pages, and this will come to you in a link tomorrow. And there's this big gaping hole in there as I was cutting them out and putting them up on the birthday bags just before we went live tonight. So there's one symbol on each one, indicating different months. So I'll also include a set with no words. So if you teach in another language, you can type whatever, you know, Julio, Junio, and all that stuff in there, whatever it is that whatever language it is that you teach in, you can make these so that they match the language of your classroom. So that's what you're going to get tomorrow if you sign up at the link that Tom has just dropped right there in the comments. There you go. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put this down. I have other things to show you too. Yay! Lori says they celebrate birthdays, but it's the same for every child. Yes, I believe that it should be the same for every child, because if you have a different celebration for each child, that wouldn't be fair. So I'll show you what we do in our classroom. It's not an exhaustive list. It's just what I have done that's worked for me and my kids over the years. So you all may have additional ideas that you can share in the comments below. There we go. Yes. All right, so here's some of the things I have in my birthday box. This is the number one thing. So whenever we have a birthday, I invite the birthday child to sit in the chair that I usually sit in during circle time, or the stool, or whatever it is that you have, or the spot that you have on the carpet. And this will seem crazy. And Tom, on the birthday page, there's a link to this. This is a dog toy. Okay, I saw this, and look at the size of it. It fits perfectly in my hands. It's the perfect size for a small child. And if you squeeze it, and now it's not going to stop playing. It plays the whole song twice. Happy birthday, dear Jose. Happy birthday to you. And then it goes on for another round. So the kid gets to sit in my chair, and they get to squeeze it, and we get to sing along to the little birthday song, and it's hilarious. I found this one at I think it was Tuesday morning years and years ago, and people always ask me where I get it. So now I share, there's a link on Amazon if you can't find one. I haven't seen them again anywhere else ever since then, but maybe some of you have seen them. But anyway, it only has 3 candles. That's okay. If a kid has never had a problem with it before, but if you want to tape a couple of fake candles on there for your kids who are not turning 3, who are older, you can go ahead and do that. They don't care. So they're sitting in the chair, or the spot, and they're holding the cake. They push it. We all sing. And then this next piece, there's two different ways to do this. This one is a birthday vest. So what I can't stand are birthday crowns. Okay, so you already know I don't like the birthday charts, and I don't like the birthday crowns. I have a lot of issues, right? I don't like the birthday crowns because they blow off their head. And those of you who are regular watchers or know me over in the teaching tribe may have heard this story before. But one time when we were dismissing, I had a child whose belongings, art projects and different things, blew into the street, and the child chased after them and almost got hit by a car. And the thing about birthday crowns is they bother a lot of kids. They have to take time out to staple them. They can fly away in the wind and be dangerous, if kids go chasing after them. So my mom made these birthday vests for my kids. She's a quilter and a sewer, but these don't have any buttons or fasteners on them. So I have several, and the birthday child gets to choose the vest. And I have several, like 3 or 4, because I want the child to be able to choose. Because I like them to make choices. Children who make choices feel empowered, and empowered kids learn more. I want them to feel special. And also I might have more than one birthday on the same day. That's happened many times over the years. I'll have 2 kids with the same birthday. So I want to have enough vests for that. I also want to have an oversized vest for any kids who are above the milestone, as far as their growth goes. So I have a couple sizes, and I have a couple choices. So my mom made these. She doesn't make them to sell. And there's no closures, no snaps, buttons, hooks, zippers. The kids can put them on by themselves and take them off. So when they come in the morning, if they want to put it on right away, or they want to put it on when they sit in the chair, however they want to do it, as long as I get it back at the end of the day. It doesn't go home or anything. And they're easy to wash. This one's quite old. They're easy to wash too. So that was one. Yes. They get caught in the kids' hair too. This next one, I found I found several years ago at the Target dollar spot. And these are birthday sashes. So if your kids have chairs, you could put the sash on a chair, but they're made to be worn. So this is a sash. It says happy birthday on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it says happy birthday on it. So I have these sashes in a bunch of different colors, and they're kind of fun. And they were in the Target dollar spot a couple years ago. I saved the tag. See, Marcia? They had a whole bunch of birthday stuff in there one year. And you could easily make these with some really large ribbon, and you could use fabric glue on the end, because they're just attached at the end like that. So you could totally make these and then use a fabric pen or something to write happy birthday on there. So pretty quick, easy, and inexpensive as well. Oh, the 3 candles are for 3 wishes. That's a good one. I never thought of that, Marcia. That's a good way to explain it. I love it. Okay. All right. Tuesday morning does have great stuff. Francesca, we don't have a party per se. Every child gets the exact same treatment, because if you let parents come into the classroom and have a big party, then it's not equal for every child. So every child gets the exact same thing, and that is to take the birthday cake, hold the birthday cake and play it, wear a birthday vest or a sash if you prefer, and then they also I want to give them choices. Anytime a child has a birthday, I want to give that birthday child choices, or those birthday children if you have more than one. They get to choose a birthday book. So I have several birthday books here. I keep them in my birthday box, and Tom has probably shared this link with you already, but I have a wrapped box that I have in my classroom, and this is really, really fun if you have the space for it. It doesn't have to be large. You could wrap a shoebox too, but it's wrapped like a birthday present, and the lid is wrapped separately. And I put this on a counter or something, not in their reach because they will want to rip it open, but they come in the classroom at the beginning and they're like, ooh, who's the birthday gift for? You know, kids can spot a gift a mile away and they always think it's for them. And I'm like, ooh, that's for when somebody in our class has a birthday. And so on the day that someone has a birthday, we'll get the box out and open it up. And that's where all the birthday stuff lives, like the vest and the cake and the books. And so if I'm absent, I just tell the sub, get the birthday box from the counter. You'll see it's a wrapped gift, and take the lid off, and the kids will be able to show you what's in there. So now I let the birthday child choose a book. So I have several choices here. These are books we only read on kids' birthdays, and the birthday child gets to choose. If you have two kids that have the same birthday, though, make sure that you leave time to read two stories, because you don't want to pick one for just two of them. It wouldn't be fair. So these are all fairly short. You pick whatever birthday books, you know, work for you. But I just have a whole bunch of birthday books here. And at the birthday link that Tom is sharing with you on the birthday page at Pre-K Pages, I have the links to some of my favorite birthday books. If You Give a Pig a Party by Laura Numeroff is another good one too. Yes, so they're getting choices. They're choosing a book. They're holding the birthday cake and getting to push it to play the music. They're wearing the vest or the sash. And now, when they're done, I usually give them a birthday pencil, and you can do this a number of ways. And you can hear me opening the Ziploc here. I usually grab these birthday pencils. They have birthday pencils at the Dollar Tree quite often. I grab a birthday pencil. This is a special pencil. It's for them to take home. I tell them that special pencils like this are to use at home only, so they don't cause problems in the classroom, but they get to pick one. So you see there's different colors there. There's green and yellow and red and black. So they get to choose. So they're making another choice, right? So they're choosing their book, they're choosing their vest or their sash, they're getting to play the cake, and now they're choosing a pencil. And then you can get whatever little things you can find. I have birthday stickers, and I only use one of these stickers per kid, and they come in a giant package. And these are scratch and snips. They get to pick their sticker, and then sometimes I'll use little birthday certificates like this, and I just pick these up at the dollar spot or dollar store, whatever you have. So they get a certificate, a sticker, a pencil. Another thing I like to do, look, I have a whole package of unopened scratch and sniffs. Another thing I like to do is to use my Scholastic bonus points to buy one book per child, usually at the beginning of the year when you get all those points. So I'll keep those in the classroom and put those in the birthday box, and each child can have a book. And if you want to be fair, you can get sometimes they'll have those dollar books, different kinds, and you can get, 10 of one and 10 of another, so they can choose, and they get to take the book home and keep it. And that's my gift to them, because those dollar books or whatever, refresh your browser if you're having any issues. Those dollar books don't cost a lot of points, and at the beginning of the year, if you're ordering for yourself as well, you can usually get a bunch of that. Astor, can you come to my classroom on your birthday? Yes, Crazy straws. Ooh, cool idea. Yes. Birthday stories on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Birthday zoo. Okay, another birthday idea that I have, and now this one was not, let me just check once more. It's not in the box here. I don't know what happened to it, but I have a birthday book. And at the birthday link that Tom is sharing with you in the comments, the link from Pre-K Pages, I make this birthday book. And I have to tell you that this birthday book is so fun. I cut up a birthday chart, one of those charts that you would usually put on your wall to write the kids' names on for the birthdays. The charts that I don't like, I cut one up. They're like, $1 at the teacher store or whatever. Now you could totally do a printable version too if you wanted. But I cut one of those up and I glued the words that said the month's names. So like January, February, March. I glued the names of the months at the top of each paper. So I had 12 sheets of cardstock and each one had a month at the top that I glued. So January, February, March, April. So we had a 12-page book and I put a cover on it and I just let the kids decorate it with all the birthday stickers that I had. They had fun with that. And now you can take the kids' pictures and put their pictures on each page along with their birth date. And they absolutely love the birthday book. So every time it's their birthday or a child's birthday, this is a book that sits in our classroom library all year long. I make it as soon as I take their pictures at the beginning of the year. And they'll sit in the classroom library and read that book by going, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Jose, happy birthday to you. And then they go to the next person on the page and they start singing all over. So if you sing the happy birthday song to 22 kids, 22 of your classmates, it takes a long time. And I've seen kids go all the way through the book and that takes a really long time. It's great for fluency. It's great for tracking print because they're pointing, it's concepts of print, all kinds of really great stuff, oral language, but they love that book. So I put it in the classroom library. Whenever it's somebody's birthday, we get it out and we'll go through it and read it together as a class. So yes, Marcia added their pictures. That's right. Adding the picture is great. The one I share online, I don't think I have their pictures there for privacy, but whoops, I didn't mean to ban anybody. My thumb slipped. All right. Yes, let's see. Sheila has a good idea. A gumball machine. She bought a gumball machine at a yard sale. She gives the kids a penny for each year of their age on their birthday. They put the pennies in the machine and have the class guess what color the gumball is as it comes out of the machine. That is so cool, Sheila. That the kids remember that forever. I bet they come back to you years later and say, do you still have the gumball machine? They'll never forget that, Sheila. You're creating great memories. Yes. Okay. Yes, and having the kids also write to the birthday child is fantastic. So often I will do a birthday card. But there's no printable or anything. It's a piece of folded cardstock. And I will put it at the writing center on the child's birthday, whatever, let's say it's Juan's birthday. I'll put the card there and I will let the kids all sign it and decorate it, and that will be their gift to him or whoever the birthday child is. No, I start the book with January, Rebecca, when I make that class book. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, Lori says the birthday child's, I thought she said the child's, birthday child's baby picture goes in there, and I was like, ooh, that's interesting. That's a neat twist, but that's not what she said. I misread it. All right, so those are some ideas. Oh, and if you don't have room for a shoebox, one year I had really limited space. I took a paint bucket and I covered it in birthday wrapping paper. Same idea, only I needed something for a really small space. I needed it to fit under my chair. in the classroom. So I put all the birthday stuff in here except the birthday books, and I stuffed it underneath my chair. So I had the certificates and the pencils and the stickers and the birthday cake and the birthday vests in here. This is a fairly large can. And I stuffed it under my chair. I forget why that one year I did that. I think I ran out of counter space for the box that year. But there's a number of ways to do that. You could also do a birthday bag and have everything in there and hang the bag off a chair or a hook or whatever works for you. So I hope that you got some birthday celebration ideas over at Pre-K Pages. At the link that Tom is sharing with you, there's links to some of the books that I talked about, having birthday books, and some of these ideas that I've shared with you tonight. There's more information over there as well. And then this printable here, it's missing the two that I cut out. This printable will be available to you tomorrow. I didn't put it in the Teaching Tribe yet. The Teaching Tribe members can download it tomorrow in the vault, where all of our printable resources live. And then if you're not a member of the Teaching Tribe and you're a subscriber to Pre-K Pages email updates, the link to this will come out to you tomorrow in my weekly email to my Pre-K Pages subscribers. And you just cut these out and you attach them to the front of your little birthday bags like this. And I simply went with white because white just goes with everything. I tried the sparkly bags before and it was just too much for me. I just like the plain, and then I used the colored paper to spice it up. So you can see them behind me. This is my circle area that I finally finished. So I will reveal that to you in another broadcast. So this little birthday bag idea can be found on the Pre-K Pages birthday page, and this free printable with all the little months of the year on it will also come to the subscribers of my email list tomorrow. I'm going to hang this back up, and the little people, Tom shared a link with you to where the little people came from. So they're just little sticks shaped like people, but you could use regular popsicle sticks and draw a little face on them. I mean, they don't have to be shaped like people. I just saw them one time and I was like, oh, those are cool. So don't worry about that. Oh, a happy birthday chair cover. Debbie found one at the dollar store. Puts it on their chair before they get to school. Oh, yes. And I saw those at the Target dollar spot once, Debbie, and I thought I bought one a long time ago, but I can't find it. But I've seen people take pillowcases and decorate those with fabric markers and put the pillowcase, a child-sized pillowcase, on the back of the kid's chair. And that's a very inexpensive way to make a chair cover for the birthday. Oh, you can get the people at Michael's? I didn't know that, Karen. I haven't seen them there. Thank you for that tip. If you go in there and just buy one thing, you can use that 40% off coupon, right? Okay, let me know what questions you have about class birthdays. When it comes to treats and snacks and stuff like that, that's going to vary by program that you work in. And if you're in a public school, like here in Texas, we have all kinds of rules, regulations, laws about treats in the classroom. And so in the child care licensing also has very strict food guidelines. So we did not do, well, over the years, lots of different things have happened over all the years I've taught. So in the beginning, we used to have cupcakes. One of the things that I do when it comes to birthdays, if you have parents that bring a birthday treat, is to have some recommendations and guidelines for them. So if your school does allow cupcakes, I always encourage the parents to get the little itty bitty ones from Walmart, like the tiny ones, because those Sam's Club cupcakes are as big as a kid's head. And I've never known a kid to eat a whole one. And the icing is about this thick. And they're just a gigantic mess. And I can't stand them. They're bigger than a slice of cake. So I try to get the parents to buy those little itty bitty cupcakes if you're allowed to have treats or cupcakes in the classroom. The treats or cupcakes have to come before school starts, like, when the parent brings the child in the morning, because So often parents say, I'll bring it, and they can't get away from work in time, and so we'll be sitting there waiting for snacks. So I don't allow that. It has to come with the kid in the morning. The parents can't send a cake because they never send the serving knife or any plates or anything to go with it. And so I would have to supply those myself. And it's really impossible to cut a cake and serve it by yourself to a bunch of like 20 or more little kids. So if you have treats and if you're allowed to have them, try to encourage those little mini cupcakes from Walmart, because those Sam's Club things, those honkin' gigantic things that are bigger than their head, are such a pain. And I don't serve cake. I used to joke with the parents that I charge a serving fee, just like restaurants do if you want them to cut a cake for you, because I don't have all the utensils that I need to do that. And then they would require forks too for every child. So it's just not feasible to do that for all the kids. And I definitely did not allow video recorders or phones or any type of piñatas or treat bags or any of that, because the next kid that has a birthday that doesn't even get a treat sent in, it's just not fair. And it also takes up way too much instructional time. So if you have 20 kids or more in your class and you're doing a birthday for each kid, if you add those minutes up, that's a huge number of minutes that you've lost. So I just try to do these little things that don't take up much time at all. I always make sure that we get to them immediately after center time at the end of the day, so that we don't run out of any time. Because that's the worst thing to do, is to put it off to the very end and you know you're going to run out of time, because something always happens in the early childhood classroom, right? All right, let me catch up on your comments. Let's see. Candles, no. Candles are not allowed at school. That would be against just about every regulation known to man. We're not allowed to have any candles at our public schools. So no candles at all. No. If you're a parent, don't bring candles to school. AC Moore gives you a 20% discount. Great, Karen. Oriental Trading will customize pencils. Happy birthday from your teacher. I did that one year, Pamela. I did that. That's fun. I've seen, I think Cheryl from Teaching 2- and 3-year-olds has a birthday chair, and it's so cool. She garage saled it too, and painted it and put stickers all over it. And the kids love to sit in the birthday chair. That's so cool, Sharon. Your kids will remember that, just like the Sheila's gumball machine. That special birthday chair will be, you're creating memories. That's wonderful. And if you put that little birthday chair, I bet if you put it in your dramatic play center for a birthday theme, wouldn't that be fun? Let's see. Deborah's sharing some ideas here. She shared some ideas for the way that she does birthdays in her classroom. Mary wants to remind us that Michael's gives a teacher discount with your teacher ID or check stub. That's great, Mary. Dana says she saw the people sticks at United Arts and Education. I'm not familiar with that store, but if you have one near you, check that out. You're welcome, Linda. All right. So don't forget, Tom will drop the link again to the birthday page. In New York, we're told, Camilla says, in New York, we're told to invite parents to make some kind of parent involvement and for parents to feel welcome. Yeah, that's great, New York. But I'm not doing that. In my case, we would have, there are so many other ways to get parent involvement, but we would have 50 adults in the classroom for every child, because grandma, grandpa, uncle, aunt, cousin, great aunt, they would all come with their phones and piñatas. I can't tell you how many times I've had to turn a parent away with a piñata. Just what I want, a bunch of 24-year-olds all by myself swinging a stick around. So they can send the commissioner of the Department of Education in New York to your classroom for every birthday to help you crowd control. Hey, Di. Let's see. What is your policy if you have twins? I let the twins choose. They get the same choices. So one twin would pick, that's a good point too, because quite often we have kids with the same birthday. But this could happen with twins too. They each get to pick their own vest or sash. They each get to pick their own book. I would treat it just like 2 individual birthdays. I would totally treat it that way. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair. It's 1:30 a.m. here, and Helen is joining us. Wow, Helen, thank you. I can see how it would get out of hand, Patricia. Yeah. All right, so I hope you got some ideas, and let me know in the comments below if you have any other birthday ideas or suggestions, any ideas you want to share with the other people that are watching with us tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank our Teaching Tribe members, hashtag Teaching Tribe. If you're a Teaching Tribe member, make sure to check your email because we're voting on the t-shirts today, and I want your vote. Every vote counts, so make sure you get your vote in for the t-shirt. And if you're not a member of the Teaching Tribe, that's okay. Membership is closed for new members right now, but we're going to open it up again. We don't know when, but you're going to want to get on that waiting list. So Tom will drop a link to the waiting list. If you're not a Teaching Tribe member already and you want to get on that waiting list, Tom will drop a link for you so you can enter your email there. You'll be notified as soon as we open the Teaching Tribe back up to new members. The Teaching Tribe is my membership site where members have access 24/7 to all the printables from Pre-K Pages, $730 value. We also have a supportive community, a safe haven for asking and answering questions with new and veteran teachers, just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, Head Start, kindergarten, family childcare, in-home childcare, faith-based programs, everything, you name it. We also have 2 trainings a month with me. Each one is worth a certificate of attendance worth 1 hour, as well as a classroom postcard exchange that we have going on right now, book studies, Amazon gift card contests, all kinds of great stuff. All right. Yay! All right. Yes, and this recording will be available for you to watch as soon as I'm done talking tonight. Absolutely. Oh, Stephanie has a birthday hat. Yes, I think hats are cool, like the kind that don't go outside at recess and stuff, but our nurse would just strangle me. I've gotten in trouble so many times over the years for having hats in my classroom. It's like I have to keep them in a box and take them out. I understand though, especially with the lice problem we have going on right now. Yes, every time is a different topic. I think Wednesday we'll probably be doing all kinds of ideas for pumpkins and gourds, like real pumpkins and gourds that you can use with your kids. All right. It's okay, Sangeeta. You can watch again. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming tonight. Thanks, Jennifer, Marcia, Wanda, all the Teaching Tribe members who are here, Lori, Mary. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to vote for your favorite t-shirt over in the Teaching Tribe. I will see you Wednesday night. This is a regularly scheduled broadcast every Monday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages. Signing off tonight. I will see you Wednesday night. Bye, guys.